Think one trade. I could have avoided it, but ended up taking it. Fortunately, but it is what it is. I mean, it wasn't like a bad. I mean, uh, it was it wasn't a good trade. I'm not gonna say it was a good trade. The idea was there, but not. Yeah. So the idea was on this. We have an unfilled 15-minute above. They ended up displacing. The only reason for trying to catch along was because of since we rebalanced this whole range here, we started rejecting off it on the 15-minute, and then we end up getting like a pretty bullish close on it. My idea was we ended up getting this V shape here, but also I didn't take nothing there. I was like, yeah, not because this is like 60 points on the higher time frame, so I was like, yeah, nah. Because my stop loss is already 34 points, so I was like, yeah, no, it's all good. But idea for it was right here. Idea was 15-minute above. Would be as John liquidity. We ended up sweeping this internal low and then rejecting over this 1 minute range and this BPR here. I mean, at the time I wasn't like really all BPRs and that, but I mean, when I look more in depth in it, that's just what was there. But my idea was I was sweeping this low, 1 minute inversion to at least target this internal high here or to 1 to 3 or basically 1 to 2, 75 points. But I would have trailed my stop to the side here. But it ended up playing out. Was the 1 minute inversion right here I took. Look, the only reason I hopped into it was because of the volume. We ended up getting a sweep, and obviously we ended up failing to for this one to close above, but we ended up getting a pretty good like 30 point candle up. So I took it off of that, and I think I got my entry like probably like somewhere up here, like on the next candle, a little bit further. Yes, I took the 1 minute inversion after sweeping this internal low, rejecting over this range, higher time frame, rejecting over the 15 and 30 minute for value up to the left. Idea was either this is gonna end up sending us higher, or we're gonna end up taking this low, this wick low on the 15-minute, and then that's gonna send us higher. Which, by the end of the day, I mean, it didn't. We ended up taking it alone. We did move a bit higher, but obviously not the ideal thing that I was like picturing in my head. But yeah, didn't even get to go break even or anything. Break even would have been, yeah, like pretty much almost at that. I like that high. But yeah, and then we had all these stacked up highs up here. So I was like, yeah, I mean, oh, this trended high. So I'm like, it wasn't a bad idea. It's just low probability because I would say this already here, this pullback here. So this range here that we accumulated should have already been the. This should have already moved higher, at least in my experience or my opinion. This should have already moved this higher here, then I would have caught the short from here. Because the first trade I was looking at was a 1 minute inversion here, but I didn't take it because it happened too quick. I was looking at the amount of point it was, and I was looking at it, and it was like this would have been a 40 point stop loss here. Like, yeah, nah, I would anything above a 35 point stop loss. I'm already like, yeah, nah, that's a little too much. And then this candle opened. I was about to enter, but I was like, yeah, nah, let me just not. Let me just wait for another. That means Monday. It's the start of the week because we didn't really get it like a good sweep of liquidity. So we had this market open, those sweeping into a range. But I mean, I ideally didn't like feel good with anything. I rather was looking for short because I was like, we have a bunch of this London low, London low. I mean, London high here, London lows. I think it's just low. A bunch of these during the session lows. So I'm like, oh, we have this generated liquidity down here. So they could probably catch short, but there's no entry. Unless like some people took this inversion here, which I was looking at. Was it 3 minute or 2 minute? Like there was just 3 minute here, but I mean it didn't like the candle inversion was freaking bad. But there's this one here as well. I think just a 1 minute as well some people took. But I was thinking the same thing, but I'm just like, this is too much to risk for me. 55 point stop, like I might as well target longs if I really am gonna risk that much. Like, but I mean, because the way I risk is different. I mean, some people are like, oh yeah, I'm only gonna risk $200. So how much is this? Okay, $200, 55 points. Yada yada yada. That's give or take. That's so cut in half. So basically, 2 micros. 2 micros is around like $200. Well, 50 points is like 200. I think it is. But I don't do that. I don't risk all that. I risk either enter 5 micros or Nasdaq, or I enter between 7 micros, 2 micros. It is what it is. But normally I don't enter 5. I don't enter less than 5. And I normally I don't do a dollar amount risk. Oh, I'm only gonna risk a bunch. I'm like whatever my stop is, that's what my stop is. But normally my stops are from six to like 700, 750, $800 because I normally risk from anywhere from the most I risk on the trade. If I'm highly like convicted on it and it's like still like what do you call it, like a bit like big on the range, I'll risk like 40 points. Other than that, no, on average, anywhere from 20 to 25. Even sometimes I risk 19 point stops, but I would say that's when the market's like very choppy. But I would see it right now, it's very volatile. But yeah, so that was the trade I took today. 1 minute inversion, internal sweep, projecting off with the internal BPR higher time frame, projecting off 15 and 30 minute, targeting on, filled 15 minute above, stacked LRR right here. And yeah, I mean, I could have avoided it by not taking it because I was thinking it's really choppy and I should have just avoided it. But, or at least I should have risked it on this one rather than risking it on this one. But it is what it is. It's part of the process. But I mean, it was avoidable. But yeah. So I mean, I lost technically like 7 something on it. So I mean, I'm still. I mean, I'm still technically like 780, but yeah, we're still trying. I only took this one on one account. I only took it on this. I didn't take it on the other one. Yeah, I wasn't even planning on trading. It's just I was looking at my phone. I got off, and I was like, well, I was still looking at the chart, but then I got off, and then I was like, okay, maybe get along here and look at my phone. And then I saw this woman. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe here. So then I hopped on my trade. I mean, I hopped on my phone. I mean, my computer, but that's already when I entered right here. Then I got on like 30 seconds after, and yeah. But yeah, we ended up just chopping, 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 and then I was like, yeah, my idea of shorts was to like target this lower, at least this range, but I mean, also not gonna target the whole move, but yeah. And I mean, that's opinion it. But yeah, I don't trade nothing else. So I just trade it. Cause I'm not gonna sit or trade for like 50 freaking hours and but yeah, trade recap for today down technically. Yeah, 718.